Hi, Stanley.
Alright, ready? I don't like this song. It's gonna mess with my words. This song was playing in my ear. The tempo and stuff, it's gonna mess with my words. And my talk is called Ways with Words, so I can't be messing with my words. Can't be talking ways with words and then can't find any way with my words. Hi, Stanley. Come here. Somebody beat his cat. Oh, my big boy, Stanley. Oh, he says, nope, I'm not in the mood. Put me down. I'm out. Big kid, kidding me. Oh, get that. You drinking enough water? It's warmer today than it's been, so you gotta drink more water on warmer days. I need to get us some multivitamins. You know what? There you go. Hi, Stanley. As cute as can be, Stanley. Goodbye, Stanley. Hi, Grey Kitty. Grey Kitty's stopping by to say hey, take a nap. And then he'll go out here in a little while. Huh? Says, I'm a man! Until you get spayed or neutered. Let's get those mixed up. Tango's over there. Hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Heyoka empath. I just like having these little talks on how I feel about things. Things are just kind of getting trippy. I had a weird event happen today. Like, I don't know. I have this jug that I use it pretty freaking regularly. I use it to water plants. I use it to put water in the air conditioners. I use it quite a bit, and I know I used it this afternoon because I put water in it in the air conditioner, and then I came back probably about an hour later. I came out to get it, and I couldn't find it. I mean, I looked everywhere. I looked outside. I looked where I left it. And I was like, what? And the thing of it is when stuff gets lost or misplaced, I'm the only one that's moving this stuff around. So I'm putting this stuff down. I'm backtracking, you know. And I know I used it since I got home. I went to the park and got home, went out, got home around noon, and so it started to get warm. So I used it, and then couldn't find it, and then sometimes I just can't accept things for how they are. And I go back and I tried to meditate, and I didn't have a very good session, meditate state today. And I was like, well, gosh darn it, I'm going to find that thing. And kept walking around, and ultimately what happened is I pretty much walked out. I looked for it for about 20 minutes, a half hour, couldn't find it. Went back in the room, came back out, and it was lying right there. And then it was freaking nutty. I'm like, that was not just there. I think what I did is I put it in the window, and then a nice gust of wind blew, and it blew out, and so I could find it. So, I got to have a couple nice conversations today. God bless you, Luna. Does it bless you, Luna? It's a full moon. She always gets spicy around the full moon. Maybe she gets a little Luna tickle. Huh, you're such a pretty lady, huh, Luna? So, had a couple of interesting conversations today. Went down to one of those vape shops. Because sometimes I don't like to smoke. I mean, I don't like to smoke flower a lot, cannabis flower. I mostly like to eat it in edibles, but sometimes the wax isn't as harsh and hot as the flower, so I'll use the wax and just for something different. And where I live in a small town, it's like, I don't know, accessibility of things is really limited. And there's like a couple of I don't know. I don't do this stuff a lot, so. But the places that I've gone before, like I went to this one, place today. Dude had a freaking, what is it with the 666 and all the frequent outwardly paying homage to freaking demonic and evil, wicked stuff? I mean, what is that all? Why do people think that's freaking cute? And I don't understand. I just don't get it. Oh, Gray got in the chair now. Good boy, Tuck. Get up there. Come on. Get up there. Come on, buddy. Come on. Good boy. Go find your spot. Everybody's up. Come on. And that's how I understand it. That's why, like, as I understand it, that's why the trajectory is headed. Get out of his ear! In the direction that it is. Because everybody's just encouraged to live for themselves. People are generally encouraged to just do what they want to do, what's best for themselves, and it doesn't matter about how anybody else, everybody, it's their problem, it's their fault. But that's so contrary to the whole collective conscious mentality, right? Why are you gonna freaking be withholding instead of being in service? You're just doing it to yourself. It sounded like Mom Cow. Is that you? Pretty lady. Good girl. Good girl. And it's so easy to just it's so easy. I lived that way for years. I knew it wasn't going to stay like that for long because of a promise I made when I was young. I said, Mom, when she had her stroke, she was 38 and I was 15. She's just like, I don't ever want to be in a home. And those places are awful, terrible places. And they cost so much for people to live in those terrible, awful places yet. But, I don't know. I think a lot of times the parents would just like to live with their kids, but they don't want to be a burden. And then the kids act like their parents are a burden. So it's just easier to go live someplace else. But I made a promise, and so far I've stuck to it. And I don't know. We never really lived like everybody else did. But what I wanted to talk about, with words. I met a Gemini today at one of the shops that I went into, and I got a little device. It don't work. I got a little thing. It don't work, but I don't know, I'll try stuff, because you never know when that one little device you get is just the greatest little gadget. You just can't live without it. You just don't know what you ever did without it before. But that didn't happen today. Anyway. And we were talking, and I said, a lot of times in life, I said, I know the consequences of using your words and manipulation. And I understand, because I know a lot about people and psychology and stuff like that. And it's real super easy to just tell people what they want to hear. It's so easy to manipulate people. But there's what people don't understand. With manipulating people and tell people what they want to hear, and just, saying all the right things and stuff, like all that stuff, that creates a karma. It hurts people's feelings when they find out that people don't mean what they say. It does. It's really quite hurtful. Do you want some snacks? Huh? Luna! Why are you doing that? This is not a new trend that I like. It's not cool. Go lie down. Go on. It's not cool, dude. That's 2 days in a row. Get out of here. I was telling this guy that we had a neat synchronicity. He said he was a Gemini, and he quoted, what was it, Al Capone, when he said that, never mistake my weakness for kindness, or my kindness for weakness. And I said, well, that's funny you should say that, because I had a conversation with somebody at the park earlier today, and I said those exact same words. I dig that stuff. But the power of words. You know, people have said things to me, and I believe them. I just want to believe them. I believe them. There's been a couple of times that I've said things like, I don't know. I've said I've loved you to people when I didn't love them. I've done that a couple of times. Not any time I don't do it anymore. I don't say it unless I mean it anymore. And if I don't mean it, I won't say it. Because too many people just throw words around like love and friendship and, and it's just like, I see how you treat people. Yeah. That's really weird to treat people. I see people treat people in really weird ways, and with based on declarations of love and friendship. So, I'm pretty careful about stuff like that. Well, I don't do it anymore, but I have I have before. I've said things I haven't meant a couple times here and there. I don't make a habit of it because there's karma that's related to that. Yeah. So mostly today people are friendly when I went out. And it's kind of neat. I saw the people that I officiated their wedding today. I run into them every now and again. I saw them today and had a nice conversation with the young lady. I guess she had just lost her job today. There's a lot of turnover right now. There's a lot of people. Their lives are shifting. The breakups, split ups, jobs ending, jobs starting. It's just a lot of shifts going on right now, and somehow somebody was like talking about, well, why would you want to go to work when the state's just going to give you, freaking $600 or however much a week on unemployment? People aren't motivated to go to work. But I guess the state stopped doing that, so now people have run out of money because they don't know how to live within their means, and they just keep buying. They bought all that stuff that felt good and didn't really save a lot, so it all ran out. So now they're scrambling. You could see it in like market. It all ran out, so now they're scrambling. You could see it in like marketplace where people are selling stuff. It's just like, oh, man, you must really be hurting if you're selling that. Shoot, But there's jobs everywhere. It's just that they figured out how to circumvent it. And so this gal and I were talking. I said, I said inherently though, I think that most people, I think there's the people that are better at staying home and being the caregivers, and that's just what they like to do. It's not wrong, right, or indifferent. It's just there's people that like to stay home, be the caregiver, be the nurturer, and then there's the producers, the people that like to work and make the, and stuff. And I'm a worker bee. I just have been taught to be a caregiver. I had to shift my gears a few years ago, so a lot of life is rolling with the punches and seeing how well you can adapt and just creating, being semi-happy and comfortable in whatever circumstances come at you. And a lot of times, I don't understand how these people, they're creating a life for themselves. That's what it is. I'm like, how are these people just create these best versions? It's because they're all doing all this stuff that they want to do, and they just happen to find some people to go along with what they want to do. Oh, okay. I haven't quite figured out how to do that yet. Maybe one day, maybe not. So, when I was talking to the Gemini guy, that's what I was talking about. I said, yeah, it's real easy to tell people, to manipulate, to tell people, it's easy. I could navigate through life like that and get along. I did it for years. I just would tell, okay, yeah, I really want to work here. I don't freaking, it's a job's a job. I'm a people person. No, I'm not a people person. I used to be a people person, but then people freaking turned on what they were. They changed their mind on what their priorities were. And the girl today, when we were having our conversation, I was just like, I think mostly like people want to work. There's like something. I said, don't isn't that, have you found that mostly people want to work, like they want to be as part of something They want to be a part of something that does something good. They want to produce. They want to be, that team player kind of thing. But it's not like how, man, the world is not like how it used to be. Thank goodness. I was scared. I thought when I was a little girl, I was scared to death that they were going to make me grow up and freaking marry a man when I didn't like men. Not like as a romantic partner ever. And so I was just like, I liked girls, and I didn't, and I thought they were prettier and smarter and nicer and funnier, and that can be true, and it cannot. The older you get, I said, I just see energy. I see people that it's just, they feel good to be around, and I want to be around it more, But things change when you get older. They do. Your priorities are supposed to shift. You're not supposed to do all those things. Not like that freaking chick that was running into houses. You're not supposed to get all coked out and freaking go driving. That's not what you're not supposed to. That is self-will run riot. That is, you've seen a lot of people right now. They're just out of control. They're just so into navigating and guiding and direct. I can do this and I can do that. Don't you know who I am? And it just, it's just creating havoc because too many people are living from ego. And there's going to be a lot of people that learn their lessons, that they're going to have a shift. They're going to, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. We've been getting these religions all over the world. I may not be big on organized religion or care much about them at all. I can still get behind the principles behind them. Don't steal, don't cheat, don't lie, don't screw your neighbor's spouse. Don't freaking peek. There's just human decency. Well, there's a lot of humans that have no decency, and that's the shift. Either they're gonna have to freaking all poof, have a change of heart, come into their spirit, or poof, just eradicate that freaking lower vibrational frequency from the planet of the earth. Anyway, what else is going on? Huh, Tango? Tangy, what else is going on in the world, my sweet little Tango? More rituals by the number. It's every day, all day, every day. It's, well, if you sign a contract, then I don't know. There can be a lot of consequences if you don't comply to contracts. It's what master are you serving? Who's the master that you're serving? Who are these companies and people working for? They just, a lot of times people are just like, I don't care as long as I got a job and I can buy what I want, do what I want. I'll just, that's living from ego. Living for yourself. There's no place for that planet on this planet right now. We're trying to get past that, raise everybody past that to this service before self mentality. It's hard to do, man, when there's too many people out there that are all about chasing sensations and do it all up, man. You'll have next life to freaking figure out that there's consequences. And if you don't figure it out in your next incarnation, and time's not linear, it doesn't progress. Your next life could be freaking, your grandparents in the 1800s or your great-great-grandparents in the 1700s, whatever. It doesn't matter. Everybody, our spirits are just travel through these incarnations like checking out lives at a library, like a book in a library. Yeah. And how much withholding people, it comes back, man. It does. I've had too many examples in life. I've had to learn the hard way too many times. And people that you're selling, people that are selling the dream, people that are selling the solution, people that are selling healing, at such an exuberant high price, yeah, that's going to come back to you too. Yeah, it is. You know, because money isn't real. So for so many people to be freaking, you know, asking these obnoxious amount of prices for some freaking, you know, snake oil from some carny salesman selling snake oil, you know, gotta be careful how you treat people. Goes around, comes around. Huh, great kitty. Sometimes it comes around even when it doesn't go around. Just kind of depends on what you're you know, you sign up for in this experiential realm of freaking hodgepodge events. Huh, Mom? How are you today, Ma? You ready for some ice cream? Should I stop talking and get you some ice cream? Does that sound good? Yeah? You happy today? This is a good day? It's been a little warm, so I didn't take her to the park with me today, but when it cools down at the end of this week, we'll be back out. Huh, Ma? You ready to go back out to the park when it cools down? Yeah. I love you so much, Ma. Alrighty, so anyway, I guess that's it. I was thinking about that a lot today. When I was telling that guy, I said, you know, I said it's easy to freaking be that person, but then if I were that person, then I'm just going to be more of the same like everybody else. And I'm not going to live this long in life, you know, freaking doing things as I see fit, what's right for me, going against the mainstream only to freaking succumb, you know. So I just will walk away from a situation. You know, I'm just going to be like, I know I'm not going to get how things I want in life right now. And that's a weird shift that happened too. I said, when you know, usually like there's an agreement, a job to be done, you know, like somebody's going to pay somebody to do a job, right? There's an agreement on the price and what the job's going to entail. But at some point in the last decade or something, there's been this shift where people want a lot more money. They want people to give them way more money than the freaking output that they produce. Like they think that they are just so important and whatever job that they can do is so great that it is worth so much. People need to take it down a notch. A lot. You know, they act like the real estate prices of real estate all over the place. It's so high. It's like you don't have people the people aren't moving there to live there. Like where I live, there's houses up, and what they do, it's a total racket. They'll put a house on the market and then they'll pull it for a couple weeks and then they'll put it up like as a new listing. It's like, no, it's been on the market freaking 8 months. You just keep pulling it off the market. It's all that manipulation. It's all that shady stuff. How many people go to work and act like they want to be there when they can't stand anybody that they work with, and you know they're just pretending and faking? How much of the world is consumed by stuff like that? There is a book when I was young called Go Dog Go, and there's like there's a part in it, couple different parts, that two dogs would come up on each other, and one of them say one of them would had a hat on. Do you like my hat? And the other one would say, why, no, I do not like your hat. And then it'd be like, okay, good day. All right, good day. You know, what happened to those days? What happened to those times? You know, of just, okay, we can agree to disagree, but it's not like that anymore. Now it's like, you're the enemy. You know, and I can do this myself. My prejudice is people that are loaded, that have a whole lot of freaking money and have never done anything to help people. They just hoard it all themselves. You know, that's why the world doesn't know, because they don't know you can do it. Like, how many millionaires on this planet? I found out a couple years ago, because I got an Earth Angel, and you could give that you can gift up people up to $15,000 without tax being taxed on it, right? Like a one-time gift thing. Like, and you can do it, like, you know, or every year. And I'm just like, man, what club do you gotta freaking get on for bonuses like that? Because I've seen parents help their kids. I just didn't have the benefit. I didn't get that treated like that. I saw my freaking grandparents bail my dad out just year after year after year until they got too old, they couldn't do it anymore, you know? And because he was always kind of a screw off, and I never, because Mom taught me so good that to live within our means. I didn't want more. I never wanted to live in a house that was so big that if I wasn't willing to clean it, you know, if it was so big that someone else had to clean it, I don't need to live in that house. There's all kinds of practical ways to live, and people just don't live within their means because they have this idea that the more stuff you have, like the better person you are, the more successful you are, the better you are than people that don't have anything. And this is a sickness, and it's so out of control that, like, people acquire and accumulate so much stuff that they actually sell their crap in yard sales and stuff like that just to make more room to buy more crap. And none of this stuff people can take with them. None of it. None of it. It's all landfill. Nobody cares about pictures of me when I'm dead. Nobody's gonna care. They don't care now. You know? It's just a trip. The people's where their heart's gone, you know? I've been talking about, you know, there's all these decoders and stuff like that. All these people figuring it out and oh, you know, and, okay, it's all well and good, but what can you eat gematria? Can I go to a gematria house when it's snowing? And is it a gematria house going to keep me warm? You know, there's more to life than just these certain facets that people just get stuck on. You're just stuck on it, you know, and I can get stuck on it too, but I usually listen to this stuff while I'm doing stuff in life, you know. There's better ways. There's better ways. And first of all, people, I was at this place today, and there was like vitamins behind the counter, and I was like, man, I really hope people are finding their fitness. I really hope people are really going to start caring about themselves. I really do. That's what the astrology says, but people have free will. And with all the astrology that's been leading up the last two the freaking free will goes right along with the psychology of just get lazier and lazier. Maybe astrology, or, you know, maybe people will come into their desire to give a crap about themselves and go for a walk. I did today. I did the laps at the park, you know. I got to do it with better shoes. My feet are bad. So, and so this lady, I said, I really hope, I said, because have you ever noticed, I said, people that like work to take care of themselves or try to take care of themselves, that they're more inclined to be more helpful in life. Yeah. And people that don't are more inclined to hinder. And she's like, yeah. Yeah, I get people's head nodding a lot. I get people to nod their head a lot. Makes sense. Even if they don't, at least they motivate me to go out there and freaking walk my ass around the freaking the track at, you know, at the park. And there's other people out there. I saw a couple people strolling, but they weren't like doing it for fit. They weren't doing it for like cardio or nothing. They're just moseying. They were strolling. I was striking. So anyway, things are just crazy. Things are nutty. There was a guy freaking swinging a stick at the freaking park, just going off on this like warrior hollering and stuff and like that, and it's just like in a very aggressive kind of a way, and he was, I don't know, it's just like, people are just tuned into their own frequencies, and I guess the trick is to find the people that are dialed into the same stations I am. That's what I'm trying to do. It's really hard though. I'm not very successful at it, I gotta admit. Anyway, Mom wants ice cream, and I've been yammering on long enough, so it's about all I got